way down my roots, make them look wet, AKA oily. So they're already oily, so it makes them look more oily. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got my August favorites here for you today. So like I always do, I'm gonna quickly run through my overall Friday favorites, and then I'm gonna run through some other favorites. So I've got some other makeup-y favorites that I haven't mentioned in Friday favorites. I've got a skincare favorite, I've got a hair care fail actually, and a couple of fashion favorites. So let's get to it. Starting with overall Friday favorites for eyes, I'm gonna pick these two. So first off, my Laura Geller Iconic New York Collection Uptown Chic palette. These blend like a dream. The mattes are like so nice to work with. The metallics are really pretty too. This is just a gorgeous neutrally sort of palette. So love both of these, but this is the one that I used in this month and I really loved it. And then I really like this shadow. One of the Essence The Metals. This is 06 Rose Razzle Dazzle. Such a pretty like pinky metallic shade. It's so fun. For cheeks, I would say my Pixie by Petra Sheer Cheek Gel in Natural. I love these. I know I mentioned these last month too, but I wore this one in this month and I just love these. I think they're awesome. And then some highlighters, all three of these. I love all of them. I was loving all highlighters really this month, so it was really hard to narrow down, but I think these are so pretty. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powders. So this one is in Blossom Glow. So a really pretty light pinky shade. This one is a little bit deeper pinky shade. This one is Botanic Dream. So gorgeous. They're super metallic, really affordable. And then this one, I was loving this one this month too. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. And it's just like, well, on the back it says, Be My Highlight. So not only is it the Pure Nude Highlighter, but it's Be My Highlight. And yes, I think it's like, just a highlight that works for people. Like it can just be the highlight, be your highlight, because it's buildable, it's really like kind of natural and versatile, so it's just a great affordable highlighter. And if you want to see these swatched, just check out my Friday favorites because I swatch all these in those original Friday favorites when I talk about them. And then for lips, I gotta go with this one. Totally forgot to wear it today, and I meant to. This is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Sugarcane. Just a gorgeous like pinky nude sort of a color. Oof, it's so fun. I love these. They kind of smell like lemon cookies. They like have sort of a sweet taste to them. They start out like really creamy and they feel like they're not going to be very long wearing, but then they set and they wear a very long time for how comfortable and hydrating they are. So some of my favorite lipsticks in Sephora, I think they're awesome. I do have a whole lip swatch party on a bunch of these colors that I own. So if you want to see some different colors, check out that video. Now getting into some makeup-y favorites that I have not mentioned in Friday favorites, but that I was really loving this month. First off is this product. Got this in gratis from Sephora. This is the NARS Sculpting Multiple Duo, and this is in Hot Sand and Laguna. So one side is a highlighter, so one side is Hot Sand, and then the other side is a bronzer, and this one is Laguna on the other side, which I love the powder version of Laguna. I haven't repurchased it, but I love that bronzer. It's just like a do-it-all sort of bronzer, blends like a dream. It's awesome. So these are cream products, which typically are not my favorites, but I really do like these. Like I feel like as far as a two-sided cream sort of contour product, I think these blend really well, and I think they are some of the easiest to work with and some of the most versatile that I think you could find, because Laguna is such a nice versatile shade where it has a little bit of like a sheen to it, where it can kind of like do multiple things. Like it can kind of give a little bit of bronzy warmth to your face, but also some contouring because it's not crazy shimmery. It's just really versatile. And then this one, Hot Sand, is like this gorgeous champagne-y sort of color. So I think it's just one of those like duo type products that would be really useful and I think versatile. I think you get a lot of use out of it based on your skin tone, but they come in different colors, so you have different options. So, and I think that they're all just, I've swatched them in store. They just all seem really nice and like they blend well. Good to throw in your purse. I don't know, just really pretty. I was like impressed with this because a lot of times I'm not a fan of these sort of products, but this really did impress me and I was really enjoying it this month. I totally spaced and forgot to use this on my eyes today, but I've really been enjoying this mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. And I have it in black, but I think it comes in Blackest Black, which I would love even more because I love super, super dark mascaras. But this looks really similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, both in the outside tube and in the wand. So it's just this like really big sort of a brush applicator to it. So what I like about this mascara, I like that it's one of those thick formulas that really gives you like super volume. It builds on itself and it just really like gets coated on there and just gives you intense lashes. Things that I think people will maybe not like this mascara for. Oh, one more thing I like about it. It doesn't smudge on me, which is really impressive. Most mascaras smudge on me. And I know that like, I know you can put another layer of like a clear. Some of you guys have mentioned that to me. That's a great suggestion. I just don't necessarily want to do that extra step. So I just tend to kind of like gravitate towards mascaras that I know won't smudge on me. I could take the extra effort, but I just tend to gravitate towards the easier ones. So anyway, this doesn't smudge on me, which I really like. But this is a thick, gloopy sort of a formula. So it reminds me of the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, where it just really gets thick. It gets kind of like dirty along the top of it. So it's just a thick, gloopy sort of formula. And one other thing that kind of bums me out about it, but I still really like it, is that it seems to dry out really quickly. Like it's getting very thick, very gloopy, and I haven't had it all that long. Which I've noticed that the Superhero kind of things get weird with it semi-quickly, but this seems even more so. So it's still one of the best mascaras I've ever tried, but I don't know if it's like in my top, just because I notice it doesn't seem to have maybe quite as long of a lifespan as some others that I love. But if you're looking for like thick, really like intense lashes from the drugstore, check out this mascara because it is really a good one. Another new thing at the drugstore that I was loving this month is this product. This is the Maybelline Master Camo by Face Studio, and this is in number 30. Pink for dullness, light skin tones. So I do have this under my eyes today. I have, you know, I always put my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer over most every first step sort of under eye product for me. That's just kind of like my routine. So I do have that over this, but I am wearing this today, just an FYI. So it's this like click up sort of a packaging. So you kind of like twist it and it comes out the little applicator at the end. So it's kind of like a foamy sort of an end to it, but it's a really pretty lightning pink. So they have different colors. They have like peachy shades. They have a blue, they have a purple, they have a green. What I love about this, not only is it very brightening and really does its job of like helping with that dullness and just really helping to brighten my under eyes, which is what I'm going for. So I really like the color of it, but this formula is so nice. Like Maybelline just does concealers right, where they have coverage, but they blend really, really well. That's what they just do it right. I mean, they're easy to work with. They don't get like thick and clumpy and gloopy and cakey looking. I'm sure they could if you applied a ton of coats, but I just find them really versatile and like easy to use and just not annoying makeup to use. You know, there's some things that you can really make them work if you kind of like really work at the application, but this just works without having to work at it a lot. So that's why I love it. It works well, it's super affordable. I think the packaging is cute. I think Maybelline has some of the cutest branding to it. I just love their packaging. I don't know why. Something about it just draws me in. It's just happy, cute packaging. So I like the packaging on it. Mine's gotten nasty and dirty, but it's a great product. I've been loving it this month. I really don't have a hair care favorite this month, but I do have a hair care fail. And I was trying to remember if I've talked about this in the past. If I have, I don't remember, but I retried it again this month and I realized like why I just need to give this away or throw it away or something. This just does not work for me. This is the Aussie Total Miracle Collection 7-in-1 Dry Shampoo. says Miracle Clean in a can. First day clean look, freshness boost, lightweight fullness, color protection, refreshed feel, matte finish, awesome scent. Definitely awesome scent. I love the scent of it. It smells very good, that kind of like grapey, Aussie sort of smell. But oh goodness, like this makes my hair look dirtier. Like it makes it weird texture, look dirtier at the roots. And I think it's because it's kind of like that clear, like it really doesn't have, do it real quick. Yeah, it really doesn't have any kind of like a white cast to it. So I find that a lot of times those, I don't know, it's like they're not powdery enough to really soak up the oil. They're more wet and they just weigh down my roots, make them look wet, aka oily. So they're already oily, so it makes them look more oily. So that's not good. So this just doesn't work for me. Like it just makes my roots look worse and gives the rest of my hair weird texture. So I wish this worked because I love the price point, I love the scent, but it just doesn't for me. For skincare this month, this has really been a favorite like every single month, but I just wanted to mention it again because it's one of my regulars that I use. This is the Josie Maran 100% pure argan oil. Look at this ginormous container. I got this from QVC. I mean, this is 6 fluid ounces, and I'm gonna use every bit of this because I absolutely love my argan oil. So while I incorporate a lot of other skincare products, that's really why my favorites are the best spot to learn about what skincare I'm using, because it rotates a lot. Like I use a lot of different things and I just use a lot of different skincare products. So I don't have a specific regimen, but there are certain products that I use regularly within those kind of changing scenarios. And this is one of those products. I just always like to incorporate this because it's just so good. I find that like this is, if I could just use one skincare product, I really think I would narrow it down to this because it's super hydrating. It doesn't break me out. It really helps with the fine lines, the texture of my skin. It just is a great overarching skincare product. So I've mentioned this before many times on my channel because it's been a skincare favorite of mine for a long time, but just wanted to mention that like as it's a skincare favorite this month, but also like for a lot of months, it's been a skincare favorite. And then lastly, a couple of fashion favorites. So I am always a denim lover. I've mentioned that on my channel several times. I just love denim. I love jeans. I feel comfortable in jeans. So jeans have always been a love of mine, but I've been picking up some recently that I've been really super duper enjoying. So a couple of pairs that are just awesome and really have kind of changed my mind about Express jeans because in the past when I've tried them, at least semi-recently, they've been kind of like a thinner sort of a material, and I prefer jeans that have a little bit more weight to them, but that are still stretchy and comfortable. So that kind of like happy balance. So I thought all of theirs were more of a thin material, but these two are not. So I think they really kind of like have different options at this point. I think they have those thinner styles as well, that kind of thinner material, but then they also have thicker ones. So anyway, this is one pair. I love the detail. This is a super distressed pair with the raw hem. Like the distressed, just totally jacked up looking hem. I mean, it's just totally jacked up and I love it. I mean, is that not amazing? And these are super comfortable. Like they have a stretch to them, but they do have a little bit of a weight to them. They're just awesome. So yeah, absolutely love those. I'm loving the like unique hem sort of a trend, but these I feel like just like do it so well. And then I'm always a flare jean girl. I love the look of flare jeans and they're actually not that easy to find. It's really like mostly skinnies and a lot of times you can find boot cut, but like not the bigger bell flare look. And I love the bell flare. So this is a pair from Express again. And again, these are like a thicker, weightier sort of a feeling to them. So the distressed pair with the raw jacked up hem, those are kind of like a mid-rise. These are a high-rise. So I love the high-rise on these and they just like have this amazing flare to them. Oh my gosh, I just love them. They're awesome. They have that kind of like vintage hippie sort of a vibe, hippie rocker. I just love it. So yeah, if you're looking for some flares, hopefully these are still around. I'll link them for you. They're awesome. Super comfortable, like just the right amount of stretch. They're such great jeans, both of them. Highly recommend. All right, guys, so those are all my favorites for this month. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below what you were loving this month, either makeup or skincare or hair care or fashion or randoms or whatever you want to tell me about. I would love to know what you were loving this month. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.